I've audited over 100 websites this year using Screaming Frog, and I just want to show you some shortcuts and tips that I use when I'm auditing a website. Now, this won't be me showing you like how to add them to a document and all that kind of stuff, because that's agency dependent. That's on you, right? I'm just going to show you how to quickly fix things on the go, and I've supplied a free GPT below that will actually help you understand what a problem is and how to fix the technical or on-page issue yourself. Okay, so let's go to it. If you haven't already, download Screaming Frog and then put in the website that you want to audit. So maybe it's this one here, which is my website, and you'll put it through a crawl. And so you might want to wait until this is finished, or you might go ahead and fix things proactively along the way. It's totally up to you. It's usually pretty quick. Now, by this point, you normally get, a little pop-up here showing 500 URLs, so click OK, that's okay. You can decide to upgrade, it's totally up to you. I think the free version is fine. You've got a little column here of issues. You've got what they consider high issues, medium and low, and the issue type, if it's a warning, but it's low kind of priority list in this way. And below here, you see the issue details, like how to fix it. They'll tell you why it's a problem and how to fix it. I've got a GPT that will help do this better, okay, which I'll show you in a sec. And so let's go fix some problems together. So we might see that, it's multiple H2 tags. And so pages with multiple H2 tags, this is not an issue because most pages allow multiple H2 tags, but it's more so ensure the H2 tags are in a logical structure. So it's got like H3 and H6 under it, and then it, goes to a new page. So what's happened here, it's occurred twice, so we've got one H1 there, so one H2 there. Are you constantly stressed about growing your business? And this says grow your business faster, more predictably. This is on the homepage itself, so we can click on that, drag that over, and what we can see is that we've got grow your business faster and easier and more predictably, which is what Screaming Frog said over here as the main occurrence. And then the second occurrence, are you constantly stressed about your business? So that's a H2, right? And then this is a H2. If we use this extension, which I'll include in the description below, we've got headings and H1, H2, H3, and then H2. So this looks like a non-problem to me. It looks like it's structured correctly. And Screaming Frog has said basically this is an issue when it's not. This is what happens with Screaming Frog. It sometimes does this. So I would probably take this with a grain of salt with the multiple H2s. But something like this is probably a big one. Like it's saying that my author page here is non-index. So if we continue here, it says, hey, this is non-index. We might want to then right click, open that in a new tab, and then let that load. So I'll drag that over here. We might want to edit the user and see whether or not this is actually set as a non-index. So scroll down to the bottom, hit the edit snippet for rank math. Actually, we don't do that. We go into advanced and we can see that that's at no index. Now I want it to index, so I'll click index instead, go down the bottom, update my profile. I might want to clear the cache. Maybe I could clear the cache, and then that's done, right? And so the next time I run one of these audits, that shouldn't be there anymore because I've fixed that problem, okay? So it was a quick one. These ones are a little bit more complicated. It's like X content type options. And so this might be like, okay, how do I fix this? And so this is kind of how you would do it. So screenshot it. I'm screenshotting right now. That's why you can't see the screen. And then I'll move this over, hit copy. And then I'll bring over the GPT that I've got for you and say, I need help with this. Or what do I do here? You can say anything like that. It is smart enough to understand what's in the image and what is highlighted green there. And it will read this as extra context in the image itself. This will use a 04 mini high model. If you're using the actual GPT app, it sometimes doesn't use this, so make sure you're in the browser version. And so it kind of explains why this is an issue and if it needs fixing right now. So this is more of a low urgency, it's more of a security thing. And they say, well, how to fix it? Well, you should probably download a plugin like this or a plugin like this, etc. Or see if your current builder, can do this. And then it's saying that, if you want to add this to your HD access, you can do that too. And you just have to do that and add that in there, etc. So see how it tells you exactly what to do? Nice, right? That's what you want when you're doing an audit. You want it to be easy and not roadblocked by other people. And so if you keep going down, like all of these are quite easy. You can fix so many of these on your own. You don't have to wait for anyone. You can keep going. There's a duplicate meta description. I know that that's incorrect because there's in rank math, that's not really a thing unless it's an excerpt. This one here, like H1 over 70 characters. So I've got apparently 22 occurrences of that happening. And if I look over here, scroll to the right, I can see that these are the ones that are going over. So I simply need to go over to that page, right? So open in new browser. So there are two ways of me to fix this, right? I could just turn this into a H2, which might actually be easier and better for SEO. And then I'll just add a new H1 to the top and then problem solved. I'll just use the H1 as a keyword and then we're done. So that looks like it's a header element. I would simply duplicate this, change this to want to change it to a low H1. And then say like free, whatever the keyword is. You might have to go into Hrefs or Morningscore or some keyword research tool and pick something. So you might be like free Google Ads ebook, right? That might be the H1. This is a H2, so set that as HTML tag H2. This one should be a H1. And then if we go to mobile, that looks fine. And then good, we're done. So that will fix that problem with Screaming Frog. And then we've already got a few issues solved straight away. So I'll move that across because that's done. And that's how you kind of like keep going. You keep going through the list. You keep like seeing how you can find clever ways to fix these issues while being SEO compliant, while following keyword research, while following your SOPs and going through all that kind of stuff. Even this alt text over 100 characters, not a lot of people know this. I don't actually teach this in my tutorials, I think, but these are going over that character limit. And so it's the same thing. Go to a character counter, see how you can fix it. The rest of it's fine. Like non-sequential H1, this one here, you would simply a H1 before a H3 and so on. So if I keep going through here, non-sequential, I might want to open one of these up and then move that over. But basically, if I open this SEO tool, I go to headings, I can see a H2. This is a H2 and it's before the H1. And that's a big no-no on the page. So Google is basically saying, hey, move the H1 here or change this H tag in general. So I'd probably make this a P paragraph and I can easily edit that in the theme builder for the actual category page archive and so on, guys. Like this is quite easy when you're going for on-page and technical issues and finding that, which most SEOs use Screaming Frog for this reason. There are other ways to use Screaming Frog, if you want to open up different maps and content, not content maps, but the actual site structure map of how it kind of looks, and maybe you want to see the number of web pages on a specific website just to get a gauge on what your topical authority is and what pages we actually have that are hidden that you can't see on the surface of some sort of WordPress dashboard or something like that. But those are the kind of little things you would look out for when you're doing audits, and use the GPT to help you out. And a lot of this stuff can be solved just between you, GPT, and maybe a developer. But if you can build sites yourself like I do in Elementor, then you're golden. You don't really need anyone else to help you out with this way. You can fix a majority of these issues single-handedly. And I'm speaking right now. I've sold a few on this video already. That's pretty much everything, guys. If you've got any questions, more than happy to answer them. This was by no means an in-depth like copying stuff over to a document, present this to a client, because everyone performs SEO audits differently and for different reasons. Okay, so hope that helps, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.